good Friday evening, everybody. We are live here. It is just before 8 p.m. here on January 16th, Friday, January 16th. Getting started a little bit earlier than normal tonight. Right now we are headed to a fatal auto pad up on the north side of Oklahoma City. This is going to be off of May and whatever Edmond Road the numbers are for Edmond Road. Good evening, Marcia. Good to see you in there. Like that, I can never remember. But we are live, and we're going to be live throughout the night, giving breaking news nonstop. We listen to the scanners and go to all the breaking news in Oklahoma City, and I get video of it. We're just a few minutes away from it, though. Again, it's a fatal auto pedestrian crash. This happened just a little bit before we came on. It took me a little bit longer than I expected to get all the car set up. I woke up, took a quick nap around 6, and woke back up around 6:45 and thought I was going to have enough time to get the car loaded in 15 minutes, but that did not happen. So got out about 30 minutes later than I planned on, and went live a little bit later than planned on, but it's all right. Night is still young. How's it going, Melanie? Good to see you in there. Christy, Hensley, good to see you guys.
Public school trip.
Service is not too great up here. Service is kind of crappy.
Tag 80 David, Henry Charles David.
I will be safe tonight, though. SC, it is good to see you in the chat as always, man. Oh, I'm good. Okay, cool. It's showing. Sometimes my phone shows 100 kilobits, so I never know if it's like froze up or anything. So I just kind of have to sometimes wait for it to come back up. It's just kind of a limitation of streaming on the cellular. But again, we're a few minutes away from this. I'm not sure exactly how close we'll be able to get. From what I know of this crash, it sounds like somebody stepped out into traffic on May and was struck by a car and unfortunately passed away. So definitely we'll be praying for the victim's family as they deal with a tragedy tonight. Watching Tulsa also, that's awesome. Hopefully there's some action there too. Hopefully tonight there will be some action in both cities. Tuesday night was pretty slow. I don't even know if I don't think we got anything on Tuesday night, which was really surprising to me. Yeah, definitely a sad start to the night, that's for sure.
Later.
It's supposed to be really cold tonight too. It's supposed to be like 25 degrees.
Respond to unconscious or passed out.
So I do think we...
700 Northwest 7th Street. Time out. 1956.
I definitely think we have a chance of getting at least, I do have a feeling we have a chance of getting at least 1 or 2 fires, maybe a couple more. You just never know. Sometimes when it's really cold like this, you can get several fires in a night. It really is just kind of hit or miss.
That call to domestic 1317 Northeast.
hope it's crazy tonight too. Hopefully nobody gets hurt, but hopefully it's a crazy night. I've been waiting all week for it to get cold again, to be honest with you. I enjoy the cold weather and covering news in the cold. We might come in from this way. We're gonna come in from this way. Unless, I don't know. Hopefully we can get there from this way. We're gonna try it. We are certainly going to try. Think we can get there from here. Yep, it looks like we'll be able to get there from this way. Does look like there is still a scene here. We're gonna park down here and go check this out. Again, this is a fatal auto pit. No, not yet. Not yet, Mom. Just getting started for the night, though. Alright, give me just 1 second. Let me grab the camera, and then we'll grab some video.
Clear, thank you.
Does look like the police have the drone overhead too right now, so that they can map out the accident scene. Yeah, it's fatal, Sean. From what it sounds like right now, sounds like somebody was struck by a vehicle on North May, and they passed away, unfortunately.
Engine 17. Respond to check welfare. At 5004 North Stevenson Drive. Time out. 2000 hours. South Portland Avenue. Time out. 2001.
Before I turn the camera down there, I'm gonna make sure you can't see the person. Hang on, guys. trying to make sure that I can't see the person.
On the large thing at the first way with school, so that's like all red hat. Or red, I don't know. One, I like it will park on here.
Give me a second. I'm gonna see if I can talk to this officer real quick and make sure.
Area 21 or post number 8, you can return.
All right, so yeah, this is on North May. This is a main road in the city. For those of you not familiar with Oklahoma City, North May runs through all the way from the north side to the south side. And the person was, from what police just told me, the person was transported. So they did not pass away here. But they definitely, person was definitely struck. I think it's a 45 mile an hour zone through here. There's a big dent in the front of that car. I don't know how well you guys can see that or not. There's a big dent in the hood of this Honda SUV. I don't know what that was all about. Yeah, they definitely hit him very hard.
Call and Lincoln just does one step back. I appreciate it, sir.
Since this is way far north, we're not going to spend too much time here. We'll be out of here pretty quick.
Engine 14. Resolve breathing problem. At 3722 Northwest 39th Street eastbound. Time out. 2007.
Yeah, sorry, call. I'm not sure it's not everything else.
Yeah, so there's not really a whole lot to see at the scene. It's pretty cut and dry scene. I think I am going to go across though real quick. Sounds like somebody just went around the roadblock or tried to, because the cops just hit their horn. I'll let you guys see the drone real quick too. So the drone up here that you can see, that white light up in the sky, that is the drone that they use to map out the scene. It's like got a 3D scanner on it. And from my understanding, what they can do with that drone is they like program it to go in like a grid pattern, and it basically just scans like the entire scene, and basically they can put it in some kind of 3D modeling software and reconstruct the accident. So it's pretty cool technology that they have. And I always think it's cool to show people that, because people wonder where their taxpayer dollars go for public safety and things, and why the police and fire departments require a large budget. Well, there you go. It's going to technology just like that, so that these men and women can come out here and digitally reconstruct the accident and figure out what happened.
Engine 7. Resolve the breathing problem. At 1658 South North Avenue. Time out. 109.
Some places still don't have that kind of technology though either. Some still have like, I can't remember what they're called, but they have a big old 3D scanner that has to go up on a tripod, like a construction surveying tripod.
Okay.
Yep, it's definitely crazy what they can do these days. How's it going, Nosy? Right now we're at the scene of a fatality auto pedestrian crash. What we know is that a person stepped out into the roadway and was struck by a vehicle. They were struck by this Honda SUV here. You can see there's serious front end damage to it. And police are on scene right now conducting their investigation and trying to figure out exactly how the accident happened and determine, I guess, who's at fault more or less. Yeah, and they still do the measurement sticks. I'm pretty sure he's already done that already. They still do them for sure because they still have to do like a. They do like a hand-drawn sheet, and they'll typically do like a hand-drawn sheet still, and then they have like a little digital one they do on the computer for their crash report. So they still have to take the measurements and all that, and then figure out like the vehicle stopping distance. Usually they'll calculate things like the skid distance and all that kind of stuff. They have to do a lot of math, a lot of measurements and a lot of math, so not something I think I'd be able to do, because math is not my strong thing. Like I've had cops tell me that there's like trigonometry and calculus and stuff like that that goes into all this stuff. How's it going, Cindy? Good to have you in here tonight. I have to go grab my DSLR here real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Let me go grab my DSLR because I need to take a still. Alright, had to grab my thing. Well, I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, Christy. Definitely glad to hear you're feeling much better.
Time out. 2015.
It's definitely no fun being sick, that's for sure.
No, well, we shouldn't get any equipment on that second degree on the shield.
Yeah, I'm definitely well aware of that, Mom. All the years of asking for help with math, and you definitely weren't able to help me with that. It's not your fault, though. The school system, me and my mom went to the same, we both graduated from the same high school, and even like 20 years apart, 30 years apart, graduating from the same high school, the math program was not good.
I'm reading it. From the first one it says, someone is really drunk, bus driver was not up, husband 74 years old, waiting 2 hours at the bus stop. Across the street from the Dollar General.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this scene. Again, just to recap before we leave here, this is the scene of a fatal auto versus pedestrian vehicle. You can see this black SUV, or dark colored SUV rather. I don't know if it's black or not. It's kind of hard to tell in this lighting. But this dark colored SUV A person was in the roadway, walked into the roadway, and was struck by this vehicle. Police weren't sure if he was attempting to cross or not. Right now, they're still interviewing the driver and that kind of stuff. But yeah, the person was transported to the hospital where they passed away. And really, that's all they have right now. They're still, like I said, they're still working to piece everything together. They've got their drone here on the scene, and traffic homicide detectives, also known here in Oklahoma City as Signal 30 units, are working to investigate the accident and find out exactly what happened, determine who's at fault, whether it was the pedestrian or the driver. You know, that's still all to be determined, and we won't really know that until at least Monday, when they can release the crash report, which would also be when they identify the victim officially, and all that kind of stuff. And they release, usually they'll release the crash report a little bit soon after that. That really is a good question. I wonder that too a lot of the time, especially when it turns out if it's somebody who's transient, or they just looking for a way out. You know, I don't know that that's the case here, of course. We don't have any information on that, but we don't know if there was some kind of malicious intent or anything behind this or not. I would assume it's probably not intentional from the driver, just because usually if it's something intentional by the driver, it'll classify it as a homicide, and homicide detectives would come out and work it, and then we could get sound from the PIO, but PIO is not on scene here. PIO is not on scene here, and I don't see any homicide detectives. But traffic homicide is out here. Traffic homicides who investigates any serious bodily injury or fatality accidents. Just trying to grab a shot of the street real quick. If I can grab it, I might not be able to.
One's going to be Honda, and the other one's going to be possibly like a Toyota sedan, two sedans, both very cool.
Yeah, I do have a reflective vest that I wear when I'm out on the highway. But I don't typically wear it on these kind of scenes because I'm not usually in the roadway. But I also don't like wearing bright colors because, from what I've been told by... Alright, we're done here, by the way. What I've been told is that drunk drivers are attracted to bright lights, so one of the reasons I don't like wearing reflective vests and stuff on the side streets is it's easier to be struck by a driver. That's just my opinion based off of what I've been told, is that drunks are attracted to bright lights. And typically when you're on the street, not on the interstate, a vest would be pretty much the only other light. You know what I mean? But on the interstate, there's a lot more lights and stuff around. All right, guys, I'm gonna put you guys back in the car real quick, and we're gonna head out of here and move on to our next scene. We don't have anything yet, but we'll find something here in a few minutes, I'm sure.
Male back walked into Walgreens. It's gonna be a white girl, last 45 city and black jeans.
4 in Anadarko. I'll be out of unit for just a minute.
Engine 35, then rescue ladder 35. Correct side with injury. 49th Street and Vicky Drive northbound. Time out, 2022.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many are intentional by the pedestrian. A lot of the time, I think it's not necessarily intentional. I think it's people that really don't, either they don't care. And whatever happens, happens to them in their mind. Or, or it's just people who just straight up don't check because they don't care or they expect.
White Chevy pickup with trailer, forced RP off roadway, nothing further at 2023.
They just don't check because they expect cars to stop for them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I try not to speculate too much because
Surgery waiting area.
what the heck is this? I guess that's a cleaning company coming to clean up the scene.
They ran south on the neighborhood. No description.
All right, Mom. Well, hopefully it's exciting. Hopefully it's exciting tonight. Yeah, a lot of people think that they can beat the car, and well, that's just not the case. But also sometimes too, people are driving way too fast, and they would, you know, they would be able to stop in time if they weren't driving too fast. It's one of the reasons I don't like to speed very often. I try not to speed because people are unpredictable, and I don't want to hit somebody, you know.
B92 cleared available now.
Because then if the person dies, then you have to live with that guilt, even if you did everything right. Or if you're going like a reckless speed, like the police determine it's a reckless speed, then you can go to jail for that.
Watch it, I'll be around to 127.
But I guess this biohazard cleanup teams, I've never seen that in a traffic crash. Maybe the person was known to have some kind of bloodborne pathogen or something. So they want to make sure that they've seen them have to hose it down, though they just call the fire department out. But yeah, a lot of the time people are driving way too fast on the side streets. That's why y'all see me. Sometimes y'all hear me get mad about people driving fast. That's why, because a lot of stuff can be.
Engine 15, respond to personal assistance call at 13,000 North May Avenue. Time out, 2026.
A lot of stuff, if you were just driving the speed limit, you'd be able to stop. I'm gonna see if no, we're fine. I was gonna see if there's anything, but I don't think there's an entrance over here. I might flip around real quick. See who's over here. But a lot of the time, if people were driving the proper speed limit, they'd be able to stop in time to avoid a crash. But if you're hauling butt, it takes a lot longer. It takes a further distance to stop.
We got a reckless driver call at 99 and 990 road.
And like I was talking about, the police are trying to figure out calculations and stuff. That's one of the things that they're calculating at these kinds of scenes. Is they're calculating the stopping distance and like the skid marks, the yaw marks, stuff like that. And that helps them determine if the driver was speeding or not. in addition to every vehicle has like a recorder, a data logger. So in addition to pulling that data, which they have to get a warrant to search that typically. Typically they'll have to get a warrant for that. And they do that at a later date after the vehicle's already been towed off. So again, here's a different angle of that crash. Right here. You can't really see it very well here, but this is the behind the shot, or behind the car shot. Yep, people looking at phones, just not being attentive. So yeah, y'all hear me get mad about that stuff sometimes. People driving recklessly or stuff like that. It's because of stuff like that. A lot of the times people needlessly lose their life because somebody else is negligent or reckless.
Breathing problems, timeout 2029.
I've been doing this 10 years and I've seen a lot of people unfortunately lose their life because somebody else. Yep, just like people sometimes think they can beat a train. There's actually a video. I need to repost it on my on the 405 Live Facebook page, but the Edmond Police Department posted a video to their Facebook page either yesterday or the day before about somebody. There were the railroad track crossing arms were down, and the person drives around the railroad crossing arms and tries to beat the train. It was one of the dumbest things I've ever seen somebody do. If I can find it later, I'll see if we can pull it up.
77 Were you by the streets that...
I'll have to see if there's a way that I can pull that up and bring it in live.
77 Were you by the streets? We have a light pole that's been completely broken and cut in half.
That's down on the southeast side of the city.
One the 1014 with a male.
And this is up in the northwest side. This is at 178th and May, roughly.
To the address.
This is in like West Edmond, I guess you could call it. It's still Oklahoma City, but it's basically Edmond. In this part of the city, Edmond addresses kind of run together with Oklahoma City one. Like it's some of them are like an Oklahoma City mailing address, but it's actually a Oklahoma City like the mailing address is Oklahoma City, but their city services are Oklahoma City.
Engine 21, respond to trash fire at Southwest 29th Street and South Ray Avenue. Time out, 2031.
So yeah, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next thing tonight. We've already got one story in the bag. Again, this was a fatal auto pedestrian crash. It's already about 35 degrees, I think. It's supposed to get down to about 25 tonight, so it should be a cold night.
The address. This is going to be a Starbucks.
Should be a pretty cold night tonight. How's it going, Patty? Good to see you in here tonight. Yep, Oklahoma City. Watching. I'm glad to see you're watching from Enid. Not a lot happens in Enid, or at least not enough for other. It's got to be pretty big to go up there, though, because it's about an hour and a half drive here from the city.
I talked to the GD and he said we're good to open stuff.
Yep, that's definitely a good thing. Just wish it wasn't so far away, because Enid is a pretty nice Enid is a pretty nice city. And it's grown quite a bit, too. Spent a lot of time here in the city. I definitely enjoy here in the city. There's a lot to do here in Oklahoma City. People act like it's like a not a very fun place. There's a lot to do here. There is actually a lot to do here.
Engine 7. Resort to a million at 536 Southeast 34th Street. Time out 2033.
We'll probably honestly just take, I don't really feel like getting on the Kilpatrick and paying the tolls tonight, so we'll probably just take May down to I-44, to be honest with you. Just take this all the way down to Belle Isle Bridge. Or I could actually, because we're not too far from it, I might just, I honestly might just, I'll just go down Lake Hefner Parkway, because we're not too far from there. I'll just take 150th down there. Cousin lives in El Reno. You go to the little shops and restaurants in OKC. 907 checking in. Where's the 907, Lyle? Definitely good to have you here in the chat, though. Hope you're enjoying the live stream so far. 60,000? I did not realize Enid had that many people. It's about half the population of, I mean, that makes it bigger than Moore, because I think Moore's...
Eastbound and 218 for 2 subjects walking eastbound on the outside shoulder.
I think Moore's up to like 35,000 or maybe 40 now.
Okay, I'll be around.
Edmonds at like 150,000. Norman's at 100.
25 City, we'll take that one for close.
Oklahoma City, I think, is up to about 700.
325 Winston. 672 green clear.
672 wasn't clear.
But yeah, we're just gonna take left Lake Hefner Parkway. I don't feel like taking May all the way down.
77, I just passed the call. He has the address in Norman and his driver's license.
How's it going, Cat 5? Hey, Cat 5, did you see that Michael's going to be out later tonight? He's supposed to start around 10 on OKC Live. Anchorage, Alaska. That might be one of the farthest we've seen in here in a while. Aside from Bev, who's in Australia. In Melbourne, Australia.
I added a comment on the thread.
It's pretty cool to see people interested in news here in Oklahoma City that far away. Well, hopefully you can have me and Michael on 2 different screens. Hopefully we'll see him at a scene or 2 tonight. Definitely glad to see he's getting. So I'm glad to see he's getting back out. I know he's been pretty busy with a lot of things in his personal life, so. And those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, there's another YouTube channel, OKC Live, and it's actually somebody that I work with doing news full time. He also does a live stream as well. He was doing it a lot more consistently about a year ago, and things just got busy for him, and he wasn't able to go out as much. But he's starting to get back out there again, and it's good to see him get back out there because he's definitely passionate about it. Michael's an awesome guy, and when he goes live, I'll put his link in my chat as well.
67297 in the area that walk up through.
What's clear? Oklahoma City out of
You have 3
575.
screens? That's awesome. I need to get 3 screens on my computer as well.
Signal to I-44 eastbound, just east of Bay, possible vehicle versus pedestrian. It's going to be a white unknown entity on the outside shoulder, and versus a white Nissan Rogue, possibly hit a pedestrian, right over a single, ends of the route.
Well, looks like we have another auto ped, this time on the highway.
On 21st Road. On 21st Road. Go ahead.
Signaling to I-44 eastbound, just east of Bay, possible vehicle versus
I-44 eastbound at May. So we're not too far from that. So possible auto pedestrian. This one's on the highway. This is going to be the highway patrol's call. And that one, we were just talking about it.
220 now. We're not seeing anybody. There's a possibility they could have stopped over to New Spulper Road or gone over to the southbound lanes. We'll turn around and
We were just talking about
come back the other way.
people crossing roadways and stuff at night. Well, a lot of the times the transients will walk on the highway at night.
That's clear.
And some of those areas are pretty dark. So we'll have to take the... Actually, I don't know that I'm going to take the turnaround. I don't know.
Engine 14. Respond to a known incident type. At West I-44 Highway eastbound and North Ray Avenue northbound. Time out. 2039.
I might actually exit Expressway and take that down. Not sure yet.
Engine 10. Respond to check smoking area. At North Indiana Avenue and Northwest 10th Street eastbound. Time out. 2040.
We're just now passing Britain though right now, so we're probably about 5 minutes out from that. But like I said, I'm probably going to exit Expressway or 63rd and then take that down. I need this person to get out of my blind spot though, so that I can get over. Come on, dude. Pass me so I can get over. Thank you. Yep, another one.
You can only call 9501 South I-35. I found a stolen car from Eastern Lane that's unoccupied. One in the call right now. There's going to be another yeah, no problem. It's unoccupied. I'll be able to
Time out. 2041.
It dropped on fire as an unknown incident type, so...
Hey, that 29 that you guys are working on, I think classic. I've got people down here in 9501 South 935, so I'll do that.
Again, we're headed to an auto versus pedestrian crash right now. This is going to be on I-44 near North May Avenue. So if you're traveling through this area, or we'll take 50th Street. But if you're traveling through this area, just be cautious of the scene if you're going eastbound on I-44 tonight. Don't know how serious the injuries are. It sounds like they might have ran over the guy's foot or something. So it sounds kind of interesting. It may not be anything. Fire only put it out for one engine, and it was an unknown incident type. So, like I said, we'll go check it out. corners are pretty narrow there, and there's not like
In the back alley.
there's not like grass that you can really stop off on there on that part of I-44. So that's why I'm taking the exit. I'm not going straight there.
25, you can see me, yeah.
I don't like stopping on the side of the interstate either, and the highway patrol doesn't like us stopping on the side of the interstate either, because they don't. It's not really safe. I mean,
Number's 4054.
if we have to stop on the side of the highway patrol is, they understand. They definitely understand, because they know that we have a job to do too. But they prefer us to be off the highway if we can. So I try to be respectful of it and not abuse it.
Down on your vehicle. 9501 south at 3530. Unauthorized.
Westbound on I-44.
I try not to abuse it though, because I don't want to piss them off.
For OHP, it has an eastbound. 14's clear. We didn't see anything in I-44 in May eastbound. It looks like maybe he had somebody in between May and 10. We'll check that out.
So this may be westbound at May. It sounds like.
Yeah, on that train, there's no one around there. Yeah. There's lights now. We don't see any snow. You have any further information?
Fire department hasn't found anything yet.
But anyways, don't worry about it. If we just have one call on this, you get your satisfaction.
They've only had one caller on it too, so.
One time, Northwest 11th Street. The house across the street, front door is wide open and they're not home. Go ahead, we've been gone for about 20 minutes. My volume is going to change the address on this. We've got 417 North Meridian Apartment, 113. We're here and this is a commercial business with nobody. So it's going to be in 81 and confirm that's King Zebra 60099.
2045.
It sounds like this may be nothing.
14, this is confirming bound. It could be one not an AutoCAD and
So this is going to be eastbound or westbound just before May, but it sounds like it's just submitted.
28 is not going to be a 81, just 1026. Now, hold on the shoulder and launch yourself out of the car.
Sounds like it's going to be westbound.
Yeah, squad 24 is clear. We'll go to 417 South Meridian.
Westbound just before May. So we'll be coming up on that here in just a minute.
Clear. Okay. Just west of me. I'm not sure what they got going on. Okay. 1
I have to go some other back roads real quick to get there. And hopefully this will be far enough west.
It's going to be 1977, 1031.
Oh, there's the police right here at 39.
I guess just following. It's right for that first degree. It's going to be a black female walking to our call person apartment, so down to the small
Golden color blazer. Going very slow, swerving over the lines. Said their customers
I'm not seeing them to my left.
well over the what?
Oh wait, I see them. They're back closer to Penn, I think. Actually, you know what? Well, they're coming up here. We're gonna see if it's over here, maybe. I'm gonna park in this parking lot and see if it's like right here. this is that same area where we got that crash a few weeks ago where the person was rear-ended and the entire back end of the car caved in to the back seat. Temperature tonight, my watch says it's 38 degrees. That's what my watch is showing is 38. Give me just a second. I'm going to jump out here real quick and I'm going to see if I can look down the off ramp real quick and see if I see it.
4056, 4056.
Control 758 expired 6/25. It's expired. White 2015 Ram 2500 to a Zachary Press Grove out of Orlando. Insurance is confirmed.
13, I'm clearly up to you.
123 to 113.
Alright, it looks like it's down closer to the east side of May.
Central County 4, that's going to be the vehicle from 28's call earlier, the one.
So if it's east of May, it's probably closer. Let me see if I can find a... We're going to take 39th Street. Yep, we'll have to go back. Yeah, we're at I-44 in May right now, but I think it's east of there, so we're gonna have to go back toward like Chicago Avenue. So we'll have to snake back through the parking lot.
You come me in Route 132.
Tuesday, 101.
So we'll have to go back across.
Santa Fe to 2 Delta 101. Going to, hey, ignore the code on this call. It's going to be in trouble on 9912 Southeast 149. It's on the line. Female's crying and yelling to stop. It's just more. It's back. 113.
How's it going, Texas? It's good to see you in here. 45 in Texas right now. We're in DFW. Must be nice. It's going to be like 25 tonight, I think, is our low.
We're utilizing more. I think there's around 102 units over here. That's Southwest 22nd and Lonnie Way. I guess those guys over here in this park area just running around.
I haven't looked though to see. I haven't looked up in the sky tonight though to see if it's actually clear tonight. If it's overcast, we'll probably won't. If it hasn't cleared out tonight, we probably won't hit that 25 degrees until late tonight. Like after we get off of here.
27.
So it looks like it might be like right here.
Yep.
But I think I'm gonna go up a little bit
Take care of
further.
this varsity phone report. It's been holding for an hour and a half. Please leave.
No, that's not Chicago. This is Lynn, I think.
10-4 goes me. 31, you cancel.
This is Lynn Avenue.
Leave them both 10-8. Close the tower for me to give it to me.
It looks mostly clear, so we might hit that 25 degrees tonight before we get off of here.
Good. I think you can 10-20 to the right for the fire set today. Got this first back in this course back in this car. Okay. 115, hold this. Put me out here in a message.
Alright, so yeah, we're actually about to pull right up on this. I don't think it's going to be a whole lot because it sounds like Highway Patrol just told another trooper that they can cancel.
Person that domestic, one person the person here is going crazy.
Okay, so yeah. But yeah, this does not really sound like a whole lot. But we're gonna pull over here and check it out and see. Gives us something to do.
239.
He takes his larceny phone responsibility for an hour and a half.
How's it going, Pegular? Just turned on 405 Live just as I was near your place.
2797.
Well, I'm glad to see another local in here. Hopefully you're enjoying the live stream tonight. Give me just a second, guys. Let me grab my camera and tripod, and we'll go check this out and see what we got. Looks like people are leaving, though. Looks like maybe the highway patrol's leaving, too. May not have time for the tripod. No, it looks like a tripper's pulling away. So I'm not sure if they're actually leaving. We got time for the tripod, okay. Because he's staying here. Alright, we're gonna go check this out. It's kind of hard to shoot just because of where they're at. We're gonna be like right up along this. IMSA and the highway patrol is on scene though. Thank you, SC. I'll be safe. Luckily, we're not on the interstate. We're on the service road. The 39th, I think is what this is. I don't really think there's a whole lot to this. I don't see any troopers outside of their vehicles. Alright, so EMS just transported. Let's see if I can flag down a trooper. Troopers will talk to us and see. It's gotta get camera there. Well, it looks like the highway patrol's leaving now, so they're pulling out. So doesn't look like there was a whole lot to this. So all the other vehicles have left. I don't know. We'll have to probably won't be something. If it's something, we'll hear about it on Monday. They just left, so generally when they leave like that, it doesn't mean it's anything, especially if they don't talk to us. Usually they'll give us a heads up if it's nothing, but it might not have been somebody that I know either, you know. If it's for sure something though, like if it's like serious injury or fatality, they will usually talk. Give me a sec. Let me put you guys back in here. Put the camera away. And then we'll get out of here.
Robert King Charles 416 on a black four-door Range Rover. There goes the 54 Santa Fe.
1224.
Hey, where you
Respond
looking at,
to
Jeff?
unknown incident type. At 408 Northwest 30th Terrace. Timeout. 2100 hours.
Female. She is awake but not responsive.
Governor and Council.
Throw open
Wayne George Lincoln
shaking.
141.
They don't believe it's a seizure. Clear.
Since I forgot to take the radios with me, let me go back and make sure we didn't miss anything.
Engine 37. Respond to personal assistance call.
Listed on the call for me to try the call taker. I guess hit the circle
Squad 24. Respond to unknown incident type. At 408 Northwest 30th Terrace.
Alright, looks like we didn't miss anything, so we are good. We're going to move on to the next thing, find out what else there is.
If someone can go check Santa Fe and see if maybe you got on there.
If you're wondering what the Nightbot was saying, you cannot post links in the chat. So just so you know.
Baker 65.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know what link was posted. I'll have to look real quick and see if I can.
They're not to allow the alarm on 39.
Let me log in real quick and find out what it was. But if you post a link, it will. If you post links, it'll snap at you. That's for sure. Because I don't typically allow links in my chats.
Clear. Ten 4.
Force Road. And then car park beside of you using white seat.
Maybe it'll let me check it out.
Union 650.
Oh, okay. I know what happened, Cindy. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, that was accidental. Cindy, I'm sorry that it timed you out for that. It's because it detected what it thought was a link. That's why that happened. So I'm going to turn that off, because I might have to change some settings on that. So you did nothing wrong, Cindy. You're fine. But yeah, just so y'all know, in the future, don't put links in the chat, or it will do that. I disabled that though, so it shouldn't. Village is in pursuit somewhere.
West on
Engine 35. Respond to investigation at 701 Southwest 150th.
Well, thank you, Tara. I try to be professional.
We're still only doing 15 miles an hour.
I try to be professional. I do this for a living, and I know
Secondary.
I know most of these cops out here because I see them every single night. I'm gonna go back and.
Still doing about 20. What's down on Plymouth coming up to me.
Hang on, I gotta go find this pursuit. I'll fix Cindy if you're still on the block list. I will fix that here soon.
We got one car yielding to us. Coming out to me. Alright, we're stopping Village Church.
Maybe not. It's a slow speed pursuit. I'm not going to the end of it if it's
62 97.
trying to find Cindy on there so I can make sure she's not on the block list. But yeah, sometimes it will. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why it did that. Alright, I turned off the night bot.
Squad 9. Respond to check welfare at 9900 South Avenue. Time out 2406.
Officers around the neighborhood and acting on everything else, so I think we hunker down somewhere in here.
I turned off the night bot, so it should be gone now. Yeah,
we do have one detained, so we figure out what's going on here.
Okay, it sounds like that pursuit was nothing. It was like probably a rolling domestic or something. Yeah, so I found the thing that got flagged by the night bot. Basically what it was she put a chat in there, and what it flagged as a link was she put a period and didn't put a space, and it thought .be was a link, and it was not a link. So it shouldn't be doing that. It went rogue there for a minute though, but I shut it off. So hopefully it's fixed now. And again, Cindy, if you're still watching, I'm sorry that happened.
This vehicle's blocking a couple parking spots at this church. Even though it's on private property, we're going to go ahead and down it. Will you go show the record?
2107.
We're not going to that. Again, it was... First of all, the village doesn't really talk to us very much on scene, so... They don't typically talk to us, so we wouldn't get information, but it was like a minor... It was like a pursuit that was like a 5-mile-an-hour pursuit for like 2 blocks. If we were closer...
Somebody dropped the sheet. Boys being such.
If it was closer and there was more to it, we'd go. If it was like stolen car chase or something like that.
Did that address change from another number?
It's really minor. Not really newsworthy. So on to the next one. It deleted all of our posts. That's weird. I went back and it hit a couple of them, and I went back and unhit them. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that out. Shouldn't have been doing that. And sometimes it'll detect spam too. Like, so if you post things multiple times in the chat, you have to be careful with it. Like, if you do it within a certain period of time, it'll flag them. So, like I said, I turned off the Nightbot though for that. It'll still do my